This is Nostrovini. Now I tell you something. The world has gotten me dumbfounded. There's anti-Semitism left and right. Crazy people, transgender crazy, the persons. They had Rocky Horror. They were these people, these elderly people were were protesting Hamas taking prisoners and holding prisoners, hostages in the Middle East. Now, Hamas is a very bad organization. It's one of the worst ever in history. Oh, yes, it's one of the worst. And they hide behind innocent women and children, and they fight behind them, and they use their missiles against the Israelis. Now, the Israelis are trying to fight fair, like the Marquess of Queensberry, not having what you call collateral damage to the civilians. But the Hamas purposely puts themselves in where they have hostages and they have the people of the Palestine are actually hostages. It's a terrible thing. But yet, the Israelis are being accused of genocide. It's not genocide. Genocide is when you want to wipe out a people or a race or people of a religious persuasion out entirely. Now, I'm not saying the Israelis are not oppressing the Palestinians. Oh, yes, because they're the first-class citizens, because the Israelis figure that they're entitled to that land because God gave it to them. If they go back far enough. Now, I'm a good Christian, and I believe the Israelis have more right to that land than the Palestinians. But both have their situation. But the Palestinians, whenever they go into another country, they cause civil wars. They did in Jordan, they did in Lebanon, and now they won't compromise. You got to compromise. You got to compromise. Now, this guy, this crazy Egyptian, free Palestine, and he makes a flamethrower and he puts all Jewish people on fire. Now, I'm not Jewish, but I identify with old people, obnoxious old people. Ah, yes, I can be obnoxious. Maybe a Jewish person could be obnoxious at a certain age. Isn't everybody obnoxious at a certain age? Come on. Well, anyway, he lit them on fire. He put Molotov cocktails, and he's acting like he's in Stalingrad fighting the Nazis himself. And he puts a flamethrower, a homemade flamethrower. He says, "Free Palestine." That guy's going to do some serious time. Maybe get executed. I hope so. Because he's a bad person. But it's the education these people get. Big lies. They had in the big fancy dancy college. They had a guy saying that the Israelis knew that there was going to be a big attack on themselves, that they would have what you call your atrocities. That's crazy. They didn't know. You couldn't have guessed it. Nobody could guess that somebody would do the atrocities that the uh, the Hamas did with the killing of innocents and the killing of old people, the killing of babies, the killing of women, and the rapes and the killings and the horrors of innocents extinguished. Well, the Israelis retaliated in the only way they could. They had to fight back. They had to make it ensure that Hamas would be wiped off the face of the earth, which they're trying. But Hamas is in league with Satan. And I think Satan is. It's you can drive Sadak in there by and that's not the only problem in the world that I got to contend with my Nostradamus. Vlad's and nukes. Vlad Razor on nukes. The Ukrainian war is escalating. Now they're attacking atomic bombs that the Russians have deep in the heart of Russia. And the drones of the Ukrainians are attacking them. This could set off World War III. World War III, Putin is threatening with it. He might nuke Kiev. Kiev, oh, beautiful Kiev, the heart of Ukraine, the heart of Russia at one point, because Ukraine settled Russia to a large extent. It was the original capital for Russia. That's why the Russians want it so bad. Plus all the food and the minerals in Ukraine. It's a very rich person. Much of Russia is a barren wasteland. And now Jill, she worked her husband. He was a nice guy. And no, he was never a nice guy. Always a corrupt guy. Plagiarizer, a small-time politician who made money in little kickbacks. But he got senile. He got senile, I'll tell you. And now he's senile as hell. And he's got cancer and she hid it. But she wanted the power. But she wanted to be the first lady, Dr. Jill. She's not even a doctor. She has no medical profession. But they gave her a title that she didn't deserve. And she wanted to cover for her junkie son. So he wouldn't get arrested for getting the kickbacks, not paying his taxes, and running around doing cracky dates with prostitutes. Now the transpodium. You know what they're doing in this transpodium? They're men competing against women. They're men in drag. I never realized there were so many men who were in athletics who were in drag who wanted to compete against the gals. They dress up as women. They look like women. They look like a woman. Look like a woman. Walk like a woman. Walk like a woman. Talk like a woman. But I realize they're a guy in disguise. Oh, yes, they are. A guy in disguise. Oh, yeah. You try to act like a gal, but we all know you're a guy. Shouldn't be getting into women's sports. At best, it should be co-ed. Bubba's now this is right. Bubba, you know the Clinton, the original slut. The man was a slut. He slept with a lot of women during his presidency. He was a cheat, some say a rapist. He was accused of it many times, but he said he never saw Biden failing. Now he's in the liar. And he looks like crap too. He doesn't look like the old Clinton. We all go, oh, Mr. Clinton. He's such a, he's still charming. He almost sounds like, it's illegitimate, but the man's a charmer. You can sleep with your wife and you forgive him because he's charming. Biden, Biden's Grove. Eh, Biden a bad person. The good person is Trump. You can tell God likes Trump. He beats them all. Free father. Free father? What's that about? Fetterman. Oh, free. They don't like Fetterman because he's on the side of Israel. He's not on the side of hummus. Not hummus. Hummus. Oh, it's a terrible thing. Every time I think of that terrorist organization, I think of the delicious food of hummus. Makes me happy, hummus does. Like what? And this whole thing where we're led the hummus in the country. Biden's a puppet of the Chinese and the anybody who has a few dimes. Sure. That's why the Hispanics are exiting from the Democratic Party. Yeah, they don't want to be a part of it. Because they want to call them Latinx and they're not Latinx. They know what they are. Constructing a lie. Big lie. They're gonna lose. Okay. I gotta take a shave. Okay. What's going on here? All mascots. See, when we defeated the Indians, and we had defeated them in a fair fight, well, we had guns and they had bows and arrows, but they got guns there eventually, but they were beaten. But we honored them by calling our situations Indians. We had mascots that were Indian mascots, but they wanted to take away our ethnic mascots, our conquest, our manifest destiny. Come on, stop it. You lost fair and square. Although we may have had Gatling guns. I look, just because you didn't go through the technological situation we did, it's not our fault. What's that say? Hello, player back. Naked flyer back. This guy went on this I never, when I was young, I went flying sporadically in a plane. People didn't get naked and have brawls with each other. It wasn't a nudist colony thing. They wouldn't do that. They were against it. eerie through all down. Just because you doll yourself up don't make you a guy. Molests. Oh, this boy, he was molested by his social worker. What do you think about that? It's terrible. You can't beat that. There's an element of trust going on here. What's going on in the world? Can you do things? Well, that's the being drawn into my own eyes. Well, Them's they go with the albatross. That's this hiring people because of their race or who they're doing the hoopy doop with. What you do the hoopy doop with doesn't make you better than me or have a special privileges as far as I'm concerned. And if I don't do the hoopy doop, and I haven't done the hoopy doop in a while, because of my illness. Yeah, things are not predicated on the hoopy doop. And you don't always like, because I like children's. And people who do hoopy doop with their own kind, usually, the male persuasion, they like the whole, I get fascinated by Judy Garland, but doesn't mean I want to do the hoopy doop with a man. No, I don't want to do the hoopy doop with a man. Oh, so too much, too much green power. They want us to sacrifice everything for a supposed problem we have with the environment. That the dinosaurs will rise from the grave because it gets a little hot, a little too cold. Nah, there'll be much. It's not going to happen. It's exaggeration. So the one world government can have more power. And I say to the one world government, to hoopy doopy doo. You know what the hoopy doop means? It's a children's channel. I'm not going to go into doings. Hey, you know what happened? The gas station was robbed by a guy with a gun and a knife. He robbed the gas and he went around on the roller skates. I did in my day. People went to roller skating rings and they went around the track, and I used to follow like someone good at it. But never did they rob gas stations. What the hell is going on in the world? It's going crazy. Fury, Cory Booker made a gesture that looked like the Nazi salute. Come on. People can't wave their hands around. Look, I'm not a Cory Booker fan. I like because he's a leftist and a communist and probably a whoopie doop with his own kind. But that's okay. But if you try to put your hand around, don't be you're a Nazi. That means you're waving your hands around. You're histrionic. You know what that means? Histrionic? So like a lot. Michelle Obama. Yeah, whining, strong lady. I don't want to make her mad at me. She's very powerful, physically powerful. Some people say that, she's transgender. I don't believe that. She's just athletic and tall. Crying out loud. Sometimes I cry about the world of craziness. Look at Mr. Trump there. Yeah, it's interesting. Okay. I love a parade, the beat of a drum, the bum 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 bum. I love a parade, the beat of a drum, the bum 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 bum. Why I love parade.